All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to Andrew Wilson versus Feminist. Should Transformer people disclose they are Transformers? Let's jump in.
You know that there's like apps where you can download the app and it'll show you every predator that's in your like radius, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think we should get rid of those apps?
No.
Well, wait. That's really weird though, because that's not going to like rub off on somebody. It's not going to like rub off on them if you date them and they don't disclose their history. Like, why do you deserve to know their history?
Because they have assaulted other people.
But that doesn't mean that they will assault you.
So you're comparing.
So why do you deserve? No, I'm not. You're comparing. Here's the analogy. Here's the analogy.
People it's just, on a registry.
Anytime you test logic, you're going to be comparing two different things. There's
but they're
no
not
way
comparable.
But why are they not comparable?
They're not comparable because being trans yourself does not affect another person.
Neither does you being a person who has done something which puts you on that sex registry. How does that affect you?
I'm sorry. So you're saying it's the victim's fault for them being on a sex registry?
Oh my God!
No. I'm not calling them victims or anything like this. I'm just testing.
Well, how do you get on a sex registry?
Your logic.
Oh.
You did bad thing. You're on this registry, right?
Uh-huh.
But tell me something.
So
why do you deserve to know that? Why do you deserve to know that?
Because that person has hurt other people.
So what? That doesn't mean that person is going to hurt you.
Okay, but how is that comparable to a trans person?
Because if you feel like you deserve to have this thing disclosed to you, just based on your well, then why wouldn't you advocate to get rid of those apps?
Because it's different scenarios.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
They're not comparable.
Since these people are not actually, there's no way for you to determine they would ever hurt you in a million years or do anything bad to you in a million zillion years. You have no way to actually make that determination. Yet you look at this and you say that informs your decision on what you would or would not do with this person. And so you say, this informs my decision. I deserve to know that. And that's why you deserve to be on that registry.
Because they've specifically hurt another human being.
No, but no. Here's the point, though. You can be, technically, you could be on the sex registry for peeing on the sidewalk as a man, right?
For all sorts of different things.
So it's up to the partner to make that discretion if that's something they're okay with. So you disclose to them, hey, I'm on the sex registry. It's just because I pissed on the sidewalk, whatever. So it's up to you as a trans partner to tell them, hey, I'm trans. I started when I was...
You know that female feminists like to say, you're mansplaining, right? This is what they're referring to. You see how she had to come in and explain it to her, what Andrew's trying to say? It's pure projection. A lot of these words, a lot of these buzzwords, it's just pure projection, guys.
Was young,
all projection, guys.
But it's up to their discretion.
If it were the case that all trans people, let's say, just like were put on a similar sort of registration, just like people were put on a sex registration. Not advocating they are. I'm just saying hypothetically if they were. Do you think that would, if people were informed of that, they would make different decisions with them?
Potentially.
And so then the idea.
It's up to their right
so
to
this is the same. It's the same concept.
All of this to say, I never said that they shouldn't disclose the information. I'm just saying that they are not obligated to, especially if they are fully transitioned.
But that's the whole point.
It depends. In my opinion, it depends on how emotionally invested you are with somebody. If you feel safe enough to open up to them and tell them, hey, yeah, I'm trans.
But that's the thing. If you are hooking up with someone that you don't feel safe enough to disclose the fact that you're trans to, what happens when you're alone in the room with them and they find out that you're trans?
How would they find out?
Sometimes they figure out. They find out. But like if you're because you said if they're safe enough to disclose it, then they can disclose it. If they're not safe enough to disclose the fact that they're trans, then they shouldn't be.
This is how people get deleted, folks. You see, you hear some of those stories about people, Transformer got deleted because a guy went to the room and they were kissing, and by the way, I'm a Transformer, and he lost it because they thinking because the problem is that they want males to change their behavior. They want males to just change their behavior, and I'm of the belief that the reason they do this is because they want to filter the beta males, guys. in my opinion, that's the reason why. That's the reason why they want to simply filter the beta males.
Around.
Because only the beta will go for
agree.
this.
So that's the whole point, is why you should just disclose it. Because if you can't disclose it, then you shouldn't be with them.
So I just have a few things to go back and forth here. So your position before is you said that if they fully transitioned, and this includes operative surgery on their genitalia, that in that scenario, there is no duty to disclose.
There's no,
But-
there's no
but
duty.
I would almost
but
think-
moral obligation. Again, it's the debate
It's
between
cheating.
duty and moral obligation.
Well, I sort of conflate the
Moral
two to some
obligation is a
degree.
duty,
Like,
yeah.
I agree. I think it is.
That's what moral obligation is. They're synonyms almost.
Okay,
like a
but
moral
that's
obligation
an
is a duty.
How
ethical
about this?
debate,
How
and you
about
can't
this?
agree on
Should,
ethics 100%
let's change it
of
then.
the
Let's
time.
remove duty. Should transgender individuals disclose to romantic partners that they're transgender?
To romantic partners, yes.
Sure. Okay. But it sounds like, so just to be clear though, even if they've had operative procedures.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on. This makes no sense.
Uh-oh.
I do want
If
back
a
and forth.
trans,
Go ahead.
but hang on, this makes no sense, because if a trans partner should disclose to a person they're having a romantic relationship with, then why would they ever go on a date with a person without disclosing that?
Exactly.
Well, if you're in the scenario of like dating apps, it's dangerous to put that on dating apps because somebody who
Okay.
Wouldn't it be
Because
more
it's
dangerous to
cheating.
go on a
Crime.
date with them without telling them?
no.
Oh man, this is
People got
this
murdered,
is
like-
female delusion right here in display. Wow, this is female delusion, guys. They just wanna die in a hill that has that of zero logic. They simply wanna die in a hill of zero logic.
Yeah. So, okay.
People get murdered
Hold
when
on.
they put their information on dating apps and then get lured in by psychos.
But if a guy go out with a woman that she's not originally a woman, and he's really an alpha male, he's gonna take it personal and get pissed off.
Okay, so you're saying that it's the trans person's fault for being trans for being murdered.
Yeah, it's a bad
Yeah.
argument. It's a trans.
So you're
panic
saying it's
defense.
their fault for the person that they go out on a date with.
Yes.
If they decide, oh, you lied to me, I'm gonna
Yes.
murder
Yes.
you.
No, I'm not.
You're saying that that's
I'm
an
not
okay
justifying-
reaction.
Hang on. Listen, she's actually right. What you're talking about is called the trans panic defense. A terrible defense. You shouldn't make it. You're gonna get wrecked on it. I just wouldn't do it.
So,
But anyway,
I
back
would
to
like
I'm
to
not
have-
agreeing that they should die. I'm not agreeing that they should die.
Okay.
All right. So, on the safety thing, though, it would occur to me that because you bring up safety, right? If they disclose on the dating apps, it's a safety concern for them. Now, I don't think that violence is warranted in this sort of situation, but the reality of the situation is, it wouldn't the trans individual be safer? Again, I'm not saying violence is good. There shouldn't be no violence. But I do think that a trans individual would be safer if they made a disclosure as early as possible. For example,
I agree.
For example, if they were to go on a date and have sex with a person and not disclose, then this could potentially lead to a violent interaction if they
I
were
agree.
to disclose afterwards, or this individual were to find out. But you did make a differentiation when it came to who would be, I guess, obligated to disclose based on their based on how much of a transition they've made. And you said, well, if they've not made much of a transition or they haven't had the genitalia surgery, then yes, they do. But if they've done everything, bottom surgery, then no duty there. But I would argue that I think the bigger bamboozle here, because for example, if a straight man would have an objection to sleeping with somebody with a when the is inevitably discovered, right? Because post-op or preoperatively, this would then give them an opportunity to remove their consent and exit the situation. However, somebody who is genuinely heterosexual, who is genuinely straight, and you do have some sort of passing neo, which I think is unlikely because a neo is
Okay.
not.
Brian, Brian, you have
But in any
to
case-
land the plane, bro. You have to land the plane. You have to land it. I think you're giving too much time for it to think, and this is not the point, because then the original point is lost. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now.
Granting that it is, you have essentially forced somebody into what I view as a homosexual act, which I think is technically SA. But I do want to say that from the safety concern, you've gone ahead, like, if there's a discovery of the person can, while frustrated, knows immediately and then can extract themselves from the situation. If you have, like I said, a passing neo, you could induce an otherwise heterosexual man to engage in a homosexual act.
What makes it homosexual?
Okay, sure.
The fact that it's
I
same-sex.
got it. Okay, so transgender women are women?
Yes.
Okay, are transgender women female?
There we
Again,
go.
I think if they've had all the surgeries and they're on all the
Which
hormones and they
surgery-
look
Which sur-
feminine,
Which surgery changes your chromosomes? Which one is that?
it doesn't. But can you see chromosomes in like a person?
Yeah, you can see the phenotypes from the chromosome.
Okay, so if you were looking at me right
Mm-hmm.
now, what gender would you say I am?
I would say, well,
Female.
when you,
Female?
well,
Yeah, so
well,
you
hang
can't
on,
see my
hang on, hang on.
chromosomes?
I wouldn't say your gender at all. I'd say your sex, I would think, would be female based on secondary sex characteristics.
Okay.
So,
Right?
What are
So
those?
your phenotypical expression. So there's a phenotypical expression with your genotype.
Okay.
So your genotype's male, genotype female, and then you have a phenotypical expression that goes with
Okay,
it.
but can you see it?
changing the phenotypical expression, well, sure.
Can you see my
Sure.
chromosomes?
Okay, hang on. Can I do a magic trick right now where it would appear to you as though I could make a quarter disappear? But did the quarter actually disappear? No. I can trick you, right? And people's eyes can be tricked.
Why-
But that doesn't actually mean that the phenotypical expression itself has anything to do with the actual genotype.
Okay, but why is not being able to change your chromosomes? Why is that a deciding factor
Because-
for if it's homosexual or not?
Okay.
yeah, so straight is short form slang for heterosexual, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So heterosexual and homosexual, these terms have always related to one's sex, not their gender, first of all. The same sex
Okay.
attraction, opposite sex attraction has nothing to do with gender. So I'll go ahead and grant that transgender women are women. Transgender women are not female. So two males engaged in a romantic or sexual relationship definitionally is homosexual. A male and a female in a
So-
hold on. A male and a female who are engaged in a romantic or sexual relationship, that would be heterosexual. You can a male who are engaged.
What
hold
makes
on,
that heterosexual?
The sex.
literally the definition, unless you're going to be a science denier, which seems increasingly common amongst liberals, you're going to have to explain to me how somebody can change their sex. Unless you're prepared to disregard and deny decades or even centuries of biological science, which is in fact a science, it's not a soft science. So unless you're prepared to deny science, you're going to have to explain to me how a male can become a female.
With the surgery to give them
Ah.
the
Does
organs.
Man, this is so short-sighted. Surgery, boom, all of a sudden you're a female, you're a woman, you're everything just together, and then you can always pop a kid on top of it. I'm telling you guys, this is just a man. If I had to just personally, and this is attached with spirituality, guys, I can guarantee you there's some kind of spirituality here. Then when we don't have that sense of spirituality, dishonesty becomes, our moral ground. Dishonesty becomes our moral ground. Why? Because there's not. She said that she's a pagan or whatever. I don't even personally, I don't even believe she's even a pagan. I think it comes to a point where morality is so disingenuous, man. That of course they're not a female. They're not even a woman either. That's why they call it transformer women. So you're telling me that it's not a woman at all. It's just something is being changed.
Does that?
So then what's
wait?
the-
Wait, hold on.
If you're
So-
gonna nitpick the organ thing right now and start saying like,
No.
uterus and
Yeah.
no.
So okay, are they?
Well, no,
are they?
no,
Are,
no.
are they?
Brian.
Are they a woman before the surgery?
Ryan, you're not making sense here, man. And I'm just literally trying to save you here, I guess.
No.
Exactly.
Wait, so you're saying transgender women are not women? Wow, that's pretty insulting to people who
No,
are
what I'm saying-
identify as transgender.
What I'm saying is they can identify as a woman and they can have the characteristics of a woman and they can be going through the process of becoming a woman, a female. But you're switching the topic. You said that because the chromosomes won't change. That makes it homosexual.
Well,
and I was asking, why is that
well,
the
there's a
case?
simple way to phrase it. Can a woman become a trans woman?
Can a woman become a trans woman?
Yeah. Can a female become a trans woman? Why not?
Because they're already a female.
Mm.
Okay, so that doesn't answer my question, though.
Well, what you just said is that they can't change their sex.
They can't change any part about themselves to make them more of a woman.
Why can't they be a trans woman?
They can't be because they're already a woman.
So then what you're saying is that a trans woman,
It's not a woman.
right, is not a woman.
There we
They
go.
are a woman.
There we go. Yeah. Got it. She automatically admitted that a woman, that transformer is not a woman right there. Yeah, got it. That's it.
Into being a woman.
Wait, that's impossible.
How is that impossible?
I'm going to show you, okay? Why can't a woman be a trans woman?
Is the correct answer that you're looking for chromosomes?
I don't need you to look for whatever the correct answer is. I'm just looking for your answer.
But that's what I'm asking.
She's laughing. See, she's laughing.
Is
She's laughing. She knows that she got caught. That's it.
You don't have an
chromosomes?
answer?
Is it
As to why?
chromosomes?
Well, I'm just asking why. This
Well,
is
what do
your.
you think? What's your
No.
What do you think? Why do you need to know my answer to know your position?
No, I'm not. I'm wondering what your
No.
position is.
That's a
does it
trap.
matter?
That's a
Because
trap.
you're the
Yeah.
one questioning me.
And so my
you guys
position
are
doesn't
the
matter.
ones saying, you
So-
guys are the ones saying that it's homosexual because you can't change your
No. I'm
chromosomes.
not even asking that. I'm just asking.
I'm asking about a previous thing that still
Yeah,
has been
I know,
refused to
but
be
this
answered.
is this is you can internally critique my position. I'm fine with that. But what you're doing right now is you're just obfuscating because you don't want to answer.
Yeah.
I'll answer your questions, but answer mine first. So
Why does yours need to be answered first?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll let you ask your questions, right? Ask all of them. But then I want you to promise that after I answer them all, you'll answer mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so why does not having female chromosomes make a sexual act homosexual if the male to female transition has been fully complete?
Wait, I do need to correct you there. You mean man to woman, because you cannot go from male to female.
Fine,
I
man to
reject your
woman.
presupposition, huh?
Yeah, for the same.
She
same.
agreed.
Sure.
She just agreed. She said, yeah, fine, man.
Well, it's actually really simple. So, if two male dogs were having sex, would they be engaged in a homosexual act?
Does one have a penis or not?
They both have.
Okay,
I would
then
never
it's not.
think about what
then
dogs were
it's
doing
not
as homosexual or
a.
straight.
Then it's not a male to woman transformation that we're talking about.
It'd be a homosexual act, right?
Because both of them have penises, yes.
Okay. What if one of the dogs didn't have a?
Then how would they be having sex?
The one dog would be humping the other dog.
The one with the penis would be humping
The
the
one
other
without the. Yeah.
Okay, then I wouldn't say that that's homosexual. Why would that be homosexual?
So the male dog is no longer male.
I was getting good, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next one.